Girls wrestling is one of the fastest growing sports around, including right here in Colorado. It doesn't look like my prompter is working. If we can get that to work, that would be great. It became a sanctioned high school sport in our state in 2020 as its popularity has grown ever since. Two Arapahoe High School wrestlers have been part of that growth. Twins Daisy and Lizzie Padilla are some of the best in their respective weight classes in the state. They started wrestling in 6th grade, and a lot of the time they were the only girls on the mat, often competing against boys. That's changed a lot since they first hit the mat. Now they compete with the other girls. Daisy came in 3rd at the state this year in her weight class, and Lizzie won the whole thing, placing 1st in her weight class. The twins say it's been a great journey together.
I think like having each other in this is like a built-in partner, like a built-in wrestling partner. Like we keep each other accountable, like we push each other, and I think it's amazing, like just to be a part of like this journey together, and continue it throughout college too. Like it's just going to be amazing seeing like where we both go in our own ways.
Okay, you just heard them mention college. The Padilla twins, they will be attending Western Colorado University in Gunnison in the fall and have been recruited to be part of the school's first women's wrestling team. So we're going to have more information about the twins tonight at 9 and 10 on 9 News in our Storytellers. But ahead of that, we have our Jaleesa Irizarry. She's joining us with a closer look at the twin story. Jaleesa, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to finally tell this story. We've been working with them since last June.
Oh my goodness, almost a year.
Yes.
A whole year.
Yes.
How did you meet them?
So it's funny, chief photojournalist Ann Herbst came across a GoFundMe when they were planning to go to nationals last year. They eventually weren't able to make it after a car crash, but she came across that GoFundMe, and we connected with them, and we started talking to them and hopped into some of their practices last summer, and this thing just kind of flourished. These girls are incredible. They're funny. They're wonderful. They're just inspiring, to say the least.
You met them back in June, right? What inspired you to keep continuing on and tell their stories, a year later?
Yeah, I feel like we don't pay enough attention to women's sports, and girls wrestling specifically is growing an insane amount. I believe last year, nearly 1,000 schools added a girls wrestling program. So that goes to show you the interest level here is continuing to grow. And I think it was important to pinpoint that because we're seeing wrestling programs pop up here in Colorado, right? These girls are going to Western where they'll have their inaugural season there. So I thought it was really important to share that and maybe inspire a few little girls to do the same.
Yeah, because when you think of wrestling, you automatically think of boys. You never think of girls, and these twins, they are paving the way for future generations as well. Is there something that they told you that you were like surprised? You're like, whoa.
It's something I noticed maybe that really surprised me was that these girls were so sweet to their little brothers.
Oh.
Yeah, you remember being a teenage girl.
Yeah.
Did you really want?
I have a little brother too. I wasn't that nice like them.
That's what really stuck out to me. We were at these practices with these girls, and they have 2 little brothers that were there at every single practice, and they were so sweet, teaching them different moves and how to do certain exercises. And I think that speaks volume too with the relationship of that whole family. They were incredibly supportive. Mom and dad were so sweet, always there for them. So many sacrifices made to make sure that these girls can succeed.
Yeah, and their little brothers looking up to their sisters too. They're gonna be like, one day I'm gonna do, even something bigger than what my sisters are doing. Okay, so this is airing tonight at 9 and 10. Is there something that you wanna tell our viewers that maybe they won't be able to see tonight?
Yeah, what they're doing now, right? The girls are gonna be wrestling at Western next year, but right now they're preparing for nationals next month.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
It's a big deal. This is their last time to go as high schoolers because they graduated this past May. So, this is something that's huge for them, and I think it will really speak to them representing Colorado.
Yeah.
And they said they have a really strong team this year, so they're hoping to make it far.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm sure you're gonna keep up with them. Next year, this time she's gonna have another story. But again, you can learn all about Daisy and Lizzie tonight on 9 News at 9 and 10. We're gonna be right back after the break.